field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Denver Broncos. Season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes gets it out quickly, and it's complete out wide. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. If you're these receivers, you got to be ready, because when he's going to throw it quick on that RPO, he's going to throw it quick.
And this is why you spend time with your guy, either in the offseason, during the week, the whole bundle. Because sometimes just telepathy. You both see the same thing, and he knows get the ball to him right away.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 28.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Matt Judon there to bring him down. This defense for the Broncos, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Now Mahomes. Going to throw right side here, complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw, it's Mahomes. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Here we go on 4th down. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
2nd down at 4. Here's a handoff out of the gun. They juked him. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
That's a very nice game there. A confidence-building run. Love the execution up front. And the way he pressed the hole, absolutely perfect.
A quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 41-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Jones. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 11 on the play. 1st down, Denver.
We're scoreless after 1. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A solid stiff arm. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles, gain some additional yardage.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. Touchdown! Allen Robinson. His third touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one. It's a fair catch, a signal for, and take it.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
So that'll back him up 5. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Mahomes now to throw. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh fighting the path to the QB there.
Tucker McCann for the field goal. A 43-yard
McCann's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hold. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
from the gun. He'll hand this off. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing, Jones. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. A huge play there for Denver.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Play action. Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense could get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Completes this to Callaway over on the right side. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
This stadium once registered as the loudest roar ever recorded, and you can hear them now. 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, Jones. Touchdown, Broncos. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taking it about the 1. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us where they actually...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allow...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Dallas Goedert His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see.
He's got a man complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Broncos 39-yard line.
On play action, it's Mahomes. Open man right side is Ingram. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
First and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now here's Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yardage on 1st and 2nd down.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they'll have time for 1 play. There's 2 seconds on the clock. Here's Jones. A final shot before break. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Of course, they have the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
Both these teams going through their final adjustments before heading back out of the locker room. Time for us to go back out to Lumen Field, where we rejoin Brandon Gott.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Joe Reed returning.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Jones. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
That's going to set him back 5 yards. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Back to throw. Jones. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it looked like he got the feet down, did he? Yes, it's a catch. It's a big play there for the Broncos.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
This red zone is where the Seahawk crowd really makes it tough for an offense to communicate. It's 3rd down. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Broncos take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Ndamukong Suh able to record his 5th sack of the season. And that's his 2nd sack in this one.
And you just can't ask a defensive end or an edge rusher to play any better than what we're seeing right now. And, partner, it's still just the 3rd quarter. I'm thinking he's not done yet. Even if he's not getting a sack, he's bringing a lot of pressure to the pocket.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Mahomes to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He sets to fire deep. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he'll be brought down at about the 42. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long.
They go play fake. Mahomes sliding out of the pocket. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line.
Picked by Julian Love. And the Broncos are going to have it here just past the 25.
They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Past the 20.
That's what it is,
and
baby. That's
all the
what
way
it is.
home for a Broncos score. Dallas Goedert, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Broncos are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor, and he shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 8. They'll set up to throw. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Harold Landry, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Going to need better protection here. Third and long following the sack for Mahomes and company.
41. 15. Let's go. Hey, 4-1, Mike. 4-1.
Back to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Now Mahomes got to have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Watch that in. Tight end's right. 4 down. Check. Kill. Watch twist.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. DK Metcalf hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence. An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
At the 42-yard line.
To throw again on second down. Mahomes finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And just like that, it's third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And that is incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Caden Stearns. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick six put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Flushed out right. He's going to let it fly. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Extra point by McCann, up and good, as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. McCann's got it teed up. A short kick taken at the 18. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start first and 10. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. A first down and then some for Montgomery. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 72 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. Extra point attempt to follow here. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Seahawks 13.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Let's just be frank, they're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 34-yard.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
Well, this game is certainly pretty well over. They can go ahead and mark it in the win column. But as a defense, they don't want to get so soft now that everybody just throws the ball all over the place against them, gets big yardage, and puts points on the board.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking.